It's stupid. You people keep buying the new Assassin's Creed and you want, why is every game like Assassin's Creed? Why does every game have a watchtower I have to climb? Because you keep buying it!
And I can safely say I am concerned for the future of gaming.
You shouldn't be concerned about the future of gaming and game development. You should be concerned about what people have done to it already.
Our industry is evolving and changing. Smaller teams and new creators.
Evolving and changing means we have no idea what we're doing, so we're just throwing everything at the wall until something sticks.
Think of game dev in this case like a forest, right? And the thing about forests,
More like a cesspit.
is that trees get big and then they go out. And when they get big and get out, they create shade. And that shade means that little plants don't get a chance to grow and become big trees themselves. So what's happening now is that forest, those big AAA trees are falling. They have been falling and now they are falling.
No, they're not.
So
they're not. They're doing perfectly fine. This is what I can't stand about these. I'm so sick of these. I'm so sick of people that are like, the people are finally waking up. The sheep are becoming wolves. This is the end. The walls are closing in as the ceiling falls down, and the fire's circling in, and nothing ever happens. EA and Ubisoft are making millions and billions of dollars because people keep buying their garbage slop. How many times have you heard Call of Duty players say, man, this Call of Duty, even Dr. Disrespect does it. This game's terrible. I'm never playing it again. I'm standing with Nick Merckx. And then 2 minutes later, he's playing Call of Duty again. You people are the reason that gaming is the way it is. Because you go online, you go, these games suck, I hate them, but then you buy them anyway. I am constantly criticizing modern games. You don't see many modern games on this channel, besides gacha games, but that's just because gacha games actually give people what they want. And because it's funny to goon on the internet. But when I'm playing games, I'm either playing a gacha game or I'm playing a game from 20 years ago. And if I'm playing a modern game, it's because it does something different. It takes some kind of risk. But the same people who say modern game, oh, what are we going to do about this modern gaming? What are we going to do? They're the same people that ran out and played Starfield. They're the same people that made it. Actually, Carnage actually played Starfield.
For me, this game is awesome.
Unbelievable.
It is the least buggy Bethesda experience that I have ever experienced.
I'm hoping that this turns into a joke. I'm really hoping this turns into a joke.
There are still some bugs, but it is a lot more solid than I'm used to from Bethesda. And frankly, it is pretty much meeting and exceeding every expectation that I had so far for it.
It never ceases to amaze me. Nobody talks about Starfield anymore. And the only people that actually sang its praises were safe guys like Carnage. Starfield was garbage, dude. It didn't have you guys didn't have a map of a town, your main hub area, and you didn't have a map for it day one. You had all of the content in the game was just empty. Like, I don't know how many times I've heard people say, there's nothing to do in this game. All you do is just land on a planet and it's loading screens constantly, and then you land on a planet. The only good thing I heard about Starfield was that the ship creator was cool. And then you have Carnage coming out here saying, oh yeah, it's meeting or exceeding my expectations. And this is the guy who is concerned about the future of game development. He's the type of person that created the present and future of game development. When you have people chomping at the bit to buy Starfield, there are two types of people. There are people that saw and heard what Starfield was promising, and they were like, yeah, I kind of heard these kind of promises being made before. The games that made these type of promises, like No Man's Sky, it took 10 years before it was actually in the spot where they said it was going to be. So, yeah, not really impressed by what Starfield is claiming it's going to be able to do. And then there are the people like Carnage who buy it, play it, everybody else is saying there's no content in this game, it's terrible, and he says that it's meeting and exceeding his expectations. And then these are the people that want to tell you. It's like this chick too. This chick made a video about how, oh my god, there's all these layoffs, and I thought we were through this. And it's like, we are not being laid off. We are not in the gaming industry. We have to deal with the slop that the industry gives us. Or you're like me, and you say, I'm not buying that. I'm gonna go back and play Wild Arms 3. I mean, it's no skin off my ass if your game sucks. At one point in this video, she goes, it doesn't matter if you make a good game because these companies are just going to fire you anyway. So let's just assume that she means that even if the game goes gangbusters and makes billions of dollars for the company is still going to fire that team. I've never heard of that ever. Unless there's actual money laundering going on, there is no reason for you to get rid of a team of talented individuals because you want that talented team of individuals to continue making things for you so that you can continue to be a billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire. You would not get rid of a team that is printing you money. It doesn't make any sense. And this was around the time that Microsoft was firing what was that company? The company that made Hi-Fi Rush, Bethesda Studios, including Arcane Austin, Hi-Fi Rush. So people were like, I can't believe they got rid of Hi-Fi Rush developers. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Nobody talked about Hi-Fi Rush until the company was closed, until their company was being shut down. Nobody was talking about The Evil Within. Like, even though The Evil Within 2 was better than The Evil Within 1, which wasn't a very high bar to set because the original was repetitive as all hell. Again, nobody really talked about Tango Gameworks until they were shutting Tango Gameworks down. Nobody was talking about Arcane. Like, people said that Prey was good. I played Prey. Every 2 minutes, every room was just full of mimics. And I said, people were saying that this game was fantastic. Every room has 500 mimics in it. It's stupid. You couldn't loot a single room because it was full of mimics. The whole point of a mimic is you never know when the chest is gonna be a mimic. But when everything is a mimic, then it's just another enemy. There's nothing special about it. And people were defending that game, saying, oh, it was so great. It was a cult classic. I can't believe they canceled the sequel. They canceled the sequel because the original was so bad. Like, it does... I don't know what you people are smoking. Like, you defend garbage, and then you wonder why you keep getting more garbage. The thing about a big company is that the big company gets involved with a publisher, and then the publisher tells them that they have to get the game out at a certain time, and then they rush, and then the game has bugs. Or they hire a narrative consultancy company, and they have to make sure that it's appealing to everybody, and then nobody buys it. So they spend an extra $7 million on a consultancy firm, and then this consultancy firm kills the company, kills the game, and then the consultancy firm scrubs all mention of that game from their website, and then they go on to destroy the next company, destroy the next game, and then you're sitting here having to pay $70 for the experience. And then they turn around and they go, well, games are expensive, so you gotta pay a $70, $80, $120. Stop putting movies in the game. Stop making cutscenes and make a game. Stop hiring narrative consultancy companies and just make a game. Stop buying Assassin's Creed 37. Stop buying the new Call of Duty. I swear to God, if people stopped buying every single Call of Duty, maybe you would get one Call of Duty every 5 years, and it would be awesome. But instead, now you just have to, oh, well, they did something a little bit different this year. Oh, they did something a little bit, oh, the zombie mode is a little bit better than it was last year, a little bit better. People keep going, oh, it's not terrible, it's not awful, it's not good. Enough. Stop throwing your money at every game. If you're the guy that buys 500 games on Steam every Steam sale because, well, I'm gonna play it eventually, and then you never play it, but the company still got your money. You are the reason why the industry sucks. You, the person that has to buy the new thing every 5 minutes. Oh, the new phone? Let me buy the new phone. Doesn't do anything different. It's marginally faster, and the camera's a little bit better. I had to get it. I had to rush out and get it. I have to rush out and get the new graphics card. Sure, I can run all the games perfectly fine on my current rig, but I had to go get the new. You're a nonsense person. It's stupid. You people keep buying the new Assassin's Creed and you want, why is every game like Assassin's Creed? Why does every game have a watchtower I have to climb? Because you keep buying it! You never say, yeah, I'm not buying that. You do what Carnage does. They completely change Dragon Age and they change the art style. They don't bring back any of the characters from Origins. They don't bring back the gameplay from Origins. Carnage and the people like him, they see something like this and they're like, yeah, it has nothing to do with Dragon Age Origins. The gameplay is completely different. It's nothing that made me fall in love with the series. But it looks pretty. And then they go, I'm still gonna try it out. I'm still gonna play it. So now the game is going to get your money and they're going to say, hey, the game made this much money because people were just buying it for the memes and to try it out. And so the company still gets your money. They still made a shitty product. They didn't respect the original game. They didn't respect their roots. They didn't respect the majority of people, but you're still going to reward them by trying it out. It's so stupid. If you want the gaming industry to go back to the way it was, stop buying slop. Stop buying the new Assassin's Creed. Stop buying Call of Duty. And if you like those games and you're perfectly fine with buying the same game every year to 2 years with just marginal changes, then don't complain about the future of the industry, okay? Don't support companies that spend an extra $7 million on a narrative consultancy firm. It's just so stupid. Like, you keep eating a doo-doo sandwich and you wonder why they keep offering you a doo-doo sandwich. It's because you're a shit eater. You eat shit.